white people informed about a racist code that they have to follow?
Yes.
The assumption is yes. In the system of white supremacy, which is the most powerful government that the world has ever witnessed, the world as it is now, it has turned out so far to be the most powerful influence of government, politics, and religious influence, the most powerful. So, in order to have that to function worldwide in all 9 areas of activity, economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war, you have to, you might say, to use the word amplify, you have to amplify that philosophy that there is a category of people called non-white people who are eligible to be dominated and mistreated by anyone who is classified as white. So that message must be disseminated to everybody on the planet who is white. Now, that it may not have reached everybody, but for the most part, it have reached enough people for that philosophy, that concept to be implemented. When it was implemented and firmly established, if you wanted to give an official year that it was really in place and the business, you might say, was off and running, I don't know. Some people say as far back as 400 years. Some people say 600 years. Some people have said, some scholars have said, racism began in the form of this thing called white supremacy something like 2,000 years ago. It might have been in its infancy then. It wasn't probably widespread except just in different places and whatnot, but it actually became the supreme government actually as far back as 2,000 years ago. That's a long running time. So in order for anything to have become that powerful, going back that far, it's pretty firmly rooted in the minds of every white person, every person classified as white, by the time they are, I'll say, around 15 or 16 years old. That's just my estimate. They have some grasp that what that means to be in a world and you're classified as white, and there are people who are classified as non-white, and whomever started it put it in place, and everybody's supposed to fall in line with it. All non-white people are supposed to know that they are eligible for persecution based on their color. That every white person can just look at them off distance and say, that looks like a person that's got color in his or her skin, and so therefore I am duty bound. I have a duty. I mean, it's mandatory. I don't have an option on that. If I'm classified as white, happen to have been born white, you know, I didn't have anything to do with it, but they tell me that if I'm white, I'm supposed to find a way to find out if that non-white person is being dominated and being mistreated. That's my duty. Otherwise, I don't even have a reason for being, because everything that I'm going to do, everything that I'm looking forward to, everything that means anything to me has to be founded on that principle.